everybody. My name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and you are watching the wonderful channel of Nerd Immersion, and we are going to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons with my friends, like Ted. Who are you playing?
Oh, hi, I'm Ted. I am playing Lagwin. He's an elf blade singer. If you watch Jordan's videos, you know that he is a Jedi, because that's what they are.
That's what blade singers are. That's what happens. And then I have some other friends, like LB. Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup, and I'll be playing Syrin. She's the tiefling rogue, and I promise I won't get it wrong this time. Third episode, I will get my name right.
Oh, fantastic. Brenna, who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Brenna. I am playing Rakiri, the Celestial Warlock, Aarakocra.
Aarakocra. And finally, Shifter, sorry. Who are you playing? Lex, who are you playing? I guess
Wolfman, who are you playing? Hey, I'm Lex, and I'm playing Shifter, the illusionist wizard. What race are they? I really couldn't say.
Ooh. And I am Jordan, your dungeon master. Last time on A Rod of Seven Parts, our friends went to gather intel in Neverwinter. Lagwin met up with an old friend named Hector, who had some arrows that never miss. That was fun. Syrin, I'm going to get it right. Syrin spoke to Arnthug, a dwarf of the Zentarum in Neverwinter, who kind of runs a tavern called the Cracked Cask. And she went looking for information on the Underdark, and you received a map, I believe. Then Shifter, Lagwin, and Rakiri went to the guard post, and they swiped a ledger that showed that some illegal demon summoning materials are being let into the city secretly, because someone is trying to punch a hole into the abyss, is what it looks like. You were followed back to the Golden Cockatrice Inn, where some guards, attacked you. You decided to set the place on fire and run out of the building, seeking shelter via Syrin and the Zentarum. And other little things that happened is Syrin suggested that Arnthung, the dwarf of the Zentarum, go check out that severed arm along the road between Neverwinter and Waterdeep. So we are in the streets of Neverwinter. You guys are running away. There's like a crowd of people, a fire in the distance. Some person is buying up all the toilet paper as fast as they can. They're like, fire, I got to get this toilet paper before anybody else. And now, what are we doing?
Last I remember, we were kind of just following Syrin's lead, right? Where you were taking us places.
Yeah, I was going to take them to a safe house.
To the Cracked Cask?
I guess. Is that the only place? Do I know of any, other safe houses that don't involve meeting people?
You can make I don't know. I always get conflicted with history. But some kind of an intelligence check. That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh no, Brenna's gone. Brenna's back. And now all of our overlays are shifted.
Oh no!
Shifter, what have you done?
Shifter, living up to his name.
My history is +4 to 16.
16? Yes. If you don't want to go back to the Cracked Cask, there is a small rented apartment that probably is open. I mean, sure. You didn't specifically reserve it, but you know of it. And I'm going to assume you don't have a key to it because you didn't reserve it. So
that's okay.
All right. So Syrin, it's gonna stick. It's gonna stick. Syrin will.
Syrin is the more common way to pronounce it.
Have you seen my channel? I'm like everything is mispronounced. That is what I do. So Syrin is leading you guys back and forth. There's a couple people that are kind of like, why are they in such a hurry? And like, oh, smoke. But you are led through. I should bring up a map of Waterdeep.
We're not in Waterdeep.
We're in Neverwinter.
I mean, you can bring up a map of Waterdeep if you want.
I should, it really just brings me comfort. So,
it shouldn't.
And you guys are, so we're gonna say you're going, just so I kind of know where you're at. But you are in a very heavy populated area, lots of apartments and houses and things like that. And you come to a door that is the safe house. You check the doorknob, I assume.
Sure.
It's locked. And
Cool.
windows are dark on the inside. Windows are high up. There doesn't seem to be a way to open them, but you can check. What do you want to do?
I am going to I'm gonna give a quick knock and listen.
Mm-hmm.
See if I hear anybody moving inside.
Make a perception check.
I will do that with my new dice that I bought in Portland.
Portland dice. They roll so much better.
Well, they rolled the exact same as my other ones, but that is going to be the 616, same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you knock, you listen very intently for a few seconds, and you don't hear anything.
All right, cool. Then I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
All right.
Cute. That's way worse. So that would be thieves' tools,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Your proficiency plus your dex if you're proficient with thieves' tools.
right. So that would be my dex mod, not my dex saving. So that's 9.
9, yeah. So it's taking you longer than anticipated. Your friends around you are noticing that people are noticing that you are blatantly picking a lock. Some of them are kind of like walking the other way. A couple of them are just staring at you like, what are they doing? How do you three want to address this?
Can I try to like swoop my wings out to cover Syrin to try to like shield her from people?
Sure. Yes, make a performance check.
Okay. Sure. 12.
12? Okay, yeah. So you have your arms out and you're kind of like, I don't know, doing like some kind of nice little bird dance. Like, look at me, I'm over here, and like blocking.
Peacocking
Syrin.
literally.
Lagwin and Shifter, what are you guys doing?
I mean, the bird dance.
Well, I
really
took
just,
dancing, so you guys can't do that.
I was gonna say that really just threw off my whole plan.
In this skill challenge, if I can't use the dance one, I might minor illusion something.
How does it look like it's going? Does it look like she's doing any better at this?
Well, we're gonna let you have a reaction,
Oh,
and then
okay.
she's gonna make another roll and see if she can get in.
All right. And how's the tavern or the tavern, the like the populace? They're clearly watching us.
Yes. So I'm assuming you guys have gone far away from the golden cockatrice that is burning. So probably off in the distance you can see some smoke, but for the most part you've gone a separate way, trying to blend in. But yeah, people are looking at you like struggling with this door. Like, are they criminals? Should we call the guards?
So you know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna be like, I've got the key right here. I'm sorry, I took it. I totally forgot to give it back to you. That's entirely my bad. I'm just gonna say that like a little more loudly than I need to. Can I try like a deception check?
Yes, you may. That sounds like a good deception check.
And I might couple that with minor illusion to actually produce a key out of my pocket and go to hand it.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the thing then, since you're doing cool magic-y stuff.
Okay, I'm probably not going to need that advantage. Yeah, that's going to be a 22.
Yeah, so then they look at you, they're like, oh, yeah. And you see like I've been there, brother. And they start walking off.
And I
forgot your key.
Yeah, I really don't. And I'll be like, hello there.
I love it. Syrin, making another stealth check. Or, thieves' tools.
12.
12. All right.
This is not my skill, okay? This is not one of the skills that I have a lot in, okay?
12 is good because your two friends lowered the difficulty with their successes. So congratulate them. The door pops open and you guys go inside. It's very dark. You can see the light from the door opening shines in, and there's like a simple room on the inside with like a couch and a fireplace, a couple chairs and a table, and then some stairs that go up, and it's completely empty.
Cool. I'm going to make sure that it's completely empty. So Syrin's going to kind of as she goes into the darkness, she's gonna pull out her crossbow and make a hand signal to Shifter that she's gonna clear the room. Just kind of wait in the doorway.
Okay. What kind of roll do you want to do for this?
God, I'm making so many rolls.
Like
It's been
stealth
5
or
seconds,
investigation?
yeah.
What do you?
Stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Because
also
I'm
like to
good.
attempt to hide as
Okay.
well.
Inside the room, outside the room?
Like once we're in the door, like shut the door and like try to
Okay.
find a place to hide.
It's a
Yeah.
naughty 20.
Yeah, so you're pretty stealthy. You zip through the bottom of the area. It seems that it is empty. And you run upstairs. There are a hallway with 4 doors on either side and a door at the end of the hallway. So 5 doors total.
Okay, I'd like to clear them, please.
Okay. You're just gonna go in, or do you want to listen, or?
I think I'm going to. Well, is it like an old building, or is it going to be creaky, or am I going to be or am I going to be listening to like for people breathing?
Well, with your awesome stealth check, well, yes, we'll say it is an older building.
Okay.
Yes, it is an older building. So the floorboards are a little creaky, but you had a really good stealth check, so you're not worried about that.
Cute.
But you could listen for that, or you could listen for some other stuff if you want to do just like a general perception.
I'll make a
Oh, and you can roll stealth, Flagwin, if you want in the.
I did, and I got a 14.
Okay, you can consider yourself hidden.
for either investigation or perception. It's the same for me. It's a 19.
19, yeah. No, it's very, very quiet.
Cool. Then I'm going to let my guard down and just open all the doors just to make sure.
Okay. One is a bathroom, another's a bedroom, one is a closet, one is like a smaller bedroom, and then one is like a larger kind of master bedroom.
Cute.
And they're all empty. There actually is a lot of like dust in some of the rooms, like they haven't been used in a long time. Not on the first floor, but definitely on the second floor. So.
All right, cool. Then I will come downstairs and, well, it seems that we are the only ones here. Make yourselves at home.
Excellent. I'll secure the perimeter, and I'm gonna start ritual casting alarm.
Oh, let's see. What do I have this I can do? You know what I will do? I will use an action to summon forth my familiar, and I'll put him outside on the roof to keep watch.
Ooh, what is your familiar?
My familiar is like it was a decision when I was working with the artist. It is a teal and blue kind of flying fox bat. So big fuzzy sky pupper that's gonna go fly up and sit on the roof.
Not weird at all. Okay. Wow. Jim, you ever see that weird flying sky puppy? I mean, that building's usually empty.
Well, now it's
I think
got.
we should go investigate. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, they can certainly do that if they want.
All right, so you send what's his name?
Pup.
Do you have a name?
Yeah.
Pup. So you send Pup up, and he is hanging out, keeping watch. The rest of you are inside, nice and cozy. Alarm is cast. So if anybody gets through the main door, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I assume that there is a signal to other Zents that this is being used. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a candle in one of the windows.
Okay.
As that symbol.
Okay. I like that. Does that send like a magical like trigger to somebody? So it's like, oh, like they're in trouble? Or is it literally just like when they walk by, they're like, oh, somebody's using this?
Occupied.
Okay.
Just an occupied sign.
Okay. There's an occupied sign outside. It's a candle in a window. It looks awesome. Yeah, you guys kind of have a breather right now. Anything you particularly want to do? Short rest? Talk amongst yourselves? Plan the next action?
Short rest would be great.
Yeah, I'd love a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Well, that went terribly. Did we leave anyone alive to question?
There was that one that ran away.
Well, there was the one that jumped out the window, but he died upon impact.
There were two outside.
Yes.
They never came inside.
No.
Do we know what they look like to track them down?
Do we know what they look like to track them down?
Yeah, I don't think we got a good look at them.
I
did
don't
we?
know. I don't think you got
Are
a good look
they-
at him.
Are they
What?
the same ones that we saw at the guard station? Do we know that?
No. So the guard station that the three of you were at, and I'm pointing to you, but you can't clearly see that because it's a screen, Jordan. But the three of you, those were like buffoon guards, and these were very like trained, kind of. They knew who you are and what they wanted, kind of a thing. So
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say to Syrin, I was just gonna be like, listen, you weren't with us at the guard post. You wouldn't believe how incompetent these people were. I had no idea they were going to be able to track us down at least that quickly. I mean, back me up here.
No, they all seem like the prepubescent teens that are just needed a job, and that's why they're there.
They certainly sounded like it.
Yes, that is. Yes, for sure. It's almost grating, the voice. And they all sound like that, which is just.
Even now, I almost feel as if I can hear it.
hey, everybody.
Did you hear that?
Syrin is just kind of looking at you guys, like she's got a little bit of a smirk on her face, but she kind of like, yeah, but you're still fucked up, kind of.
Look, you're right. I take responsibility. I was the chaperone.
Right. Well, we know they've been messing with demonic things, so whoever is involved in this is probably pretty powerful, probably pretty intelligent.
Or they don't care.
Or they don't
Also,
care.
the ones that met us at the inn, they seemed pretty interested in killing us
They did.
Yes,
rather than arresting us.
correct.
So the question is, were they guards at all? Or if they were, whose payroll are they on?
Do you guys still have the ledger, or what happened to
Nope,
it?
we threw
We
it out
threw
the
it out the
window.
window.
I remember
Did
there
throw
were
it out the window.
there were guys that are like, "Hey, look,
the word
there's the
"we"
ledger."
is doing a lot of work, and that's something
Yeah, right.
that I object to.
You know.
Well, first we were gonna burn it.
Yes, that was plan one.
Throwing it out the window was the compromise position.
Well, that way
Did
we could.
didn't somebody memorize it?
I did.
Yeah. We didn't want to destroy it, so we threw it out the window. We didn't know there would be people
All right,
outside.
so now our enemies have it.
Well-
But they were the guards in theory, so they know, I guess.
Could you replicate it? Could you rewrite the ledger?
Could I, Jordan?
Do you have that like feat that lets you super memorize everything?
No.
You can roll a history check, and we can see how much of it you kind of remember.
Okay. 19.
19, really good. So specifically, there were names of people that were bringing this stuff in under like a so people using, sorry, my baby's crying, it's making me sad.
Oh.
People coming in under fake names with like fake stuff, but this ledger clearly, thank you, this ledger clearly says that of what it really was, and the names are never given out, but what was it, but all of the parts and stuff coming in, so instead of hay or instead of like grain or something, these are like weird parts to create demonic portals and spell ingredients and things like that.
Right.
There's not a lot of it, but she knows that Rikiri knows that it's going to be used to do some large ritual. And one of the names that you see in there that has like signed off on a lot of this stuff is so not the people bringing it in, but the guy that's just like, yep, that's fine, is Arnthung, who is, yeah, that name that you remember. That is the dwarf that runs the Cracked Cask. So I don't think you guys have talked about that yet in character, but
Well, I remember the guys in that came that we fought in the tavern basically said, like, we don't want you, Like, you already know too much, basically. You know what our business is, so, like, we're gonna kill you, basically.
Mm.
Do you guys recall that? That was a thing. They were basically like, yeah, we don't want you snooping in on our business, but you know a lot already, so it's not gonna be any different either way.
What's the name on that ledger?
I came up with it randomly, so it's Arnthung. Arnthung?
Sure.
He's a dwarf.
Mm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Why?
I just have to go speak with someone, is all.
Is it Arnthung?
Yes, that name is very unique.
Is this another one of those we can't come or speak or one of those things, or is this one where we should all go together, or should we just wait here for you?
Well, it depends. Do you want to get involved in my business?
Do you want us to get involved in your business?
I think the fact that we were almost killed means we might already be involved in your business.
Right. Perhaps we should all go then. After we take a short rest. It's a short breather.
Speaking of which, who has the rod?
I do. Does anyone need to be healed?
Well, if we're taking a short rest, I don't think we should waste that.
Yeah, I was down 2 hit points, so I'll just do the short rest heal thing.
Okay,
I mean, no, I think
mean,
I'll be
the,
fine. I'll take a break and a breather, and I should be all right.
Jordan, quick question. The the rod has 5 charges. Does it recharge each day?
At dawn. Yep.
At dawn. Okay, so like I could use a charge or two if people want. We'll see what the hit dice rolls are.
Okay. I'm only down 2
Yeah.
or 3 now.
Okay.
Did it have any of its charges used up? Because I know he was trying to heal people.
It's been a day.
Oh,
since
all
you
right,
got
yeah,
it.
that's true. Yep.
And it gets all 5 charges back
Oh, okay.
at dawn. So
So yeah, Brenna, let me know if Rikiri needs any health after you roll.
I should be good. I just got all the way back up.
Nice. Oh my gosh. I just realized we have this fantastic D&D Beyond overlay. Hey everyone, I'm Sam Riegel. D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that
but
it's
is.
incredibly tall.
Yeah.
But it actually is very helpful.
No, it's nice,
Yeah,
and I
it's
have
nice.
mine set up where people, which is something I don't even know how you can do, but like Critical Role has it, so you can't view everybody's full character sheet, but you can here, like go in and open up the whole sheet in D&D Beyond, so people can see everything,
Le gasp.
except for
character.
your background description. Any of that stuff is hidden.
My
Anyway.
true race is hidden.
Oh, werewolf! I see.
Haha.
Full moon tonight. So somebody walking by the window.
So after a short rest, do we get a short rest?
Yes, yeah. I don't have to roll for anything. You guys get a short rest. There are so it's getting not sundown, but like evening, I guess, because I'm assuming you spent a full day of gathering intel and kind of running around and then coming back to the Golden Cockatrice and then fleeing the Golden Cockatrice to your safe house. It's not like go to bedtime by any means if you still want to do stuff.
So there are 2 possibilities. The first one is this is a misunderstanding and the deaths of perhaps members of my faction will be brushed off, or they are working outside of my faction and not telling us what they're doing. In that case, we will have to take it down from the inside or from the outside.
The Zentarum being shifty? That's never happened.
She's gonna like step on his foot because
Hey.
not everyone knows who I work for.
Well, that certainly clears a lot of things up.
Oh, we're about to find out.
Would you like me to reveal something about you, Shifter?
Fair enough.
So,
Oh, do we not seem intimidating enough? Should we have more muscle?
why?
I mean, I'm me.
Well, I know you have certain talents, but I don't think that will be necessary unless it becomes necessary.
All right.
If my lineage means nothing to them, then, well, then we'll have a problem.
There's a lot of secret talk and things going on here, and I just really want to know what we're doing.
Oh, we're going to go to a bar, which is owned by the Zentharum,
All right.
and we are going to speak with a dwarf named Anthrung.
Onthrung.
Anthrung,
Onthrung the dwarf.
who is my contact and who's also signing off on all of these items. Now, if these items are being brought in by the Zentharum, then there is a chain of command that must be gone through. I need to make sure that the higher-ups know that this is something that's going on, because they do not.
All right. And, well, all right. I guess we'll see what happens then.
Bakiri, you seem very quiet.
I'll be quite honest. I'm a bit concerned that we are in a Zentarum safe house when it is quite possible Zentarum machinations put us here.
Listen, the Zentarum have the best safe houses. I don't know what the problem is there. They're very good with making safe houses.
They're also...
I don't doubt it, but I can't help but feel like we may not need a safe house if they were not involved.
Well, this is from the, we set things on fire and we need to be somewhere that's not outside, because we are, some of us are a little audacious.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Well, I'm sure you don't, but here on this plane, we don't have a lot of Aarakocra, especially those who look like... And I am a tiefling, I'm just saying. We are an odd group. So, shall we, darlings, venture into this world, find out what's happening?
All I'm saying is tread carefully. How much do you really trust them?
Well, that is a question. Let's go.
Well, all right.
And away you go. You guys leave. You take the candle back out of the thing, I assume. Or unless you want to be like, this is, protocol. Yeah. And you guys start heading down the streets. Syrin leads you left, right, up, down, back, forth, secret ways to the cracked cask. And when you get to the door, it is ajar, which is very different from when you were here before.
All right, immediate stealth mode.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay. And I guess.
And I swear the rest of you can roll at some point.
Yeah.
Just...
Shit. How's a 13?
13. So you push open the door to peek inside, and it does the hinge is really, the door's not gonna fall off, but it's seen better days. And it looks like seen better days since the last time you were here, which was just this morning. And so it does make a nice when you open the thing, and you see the room inside, which is the same bar area that we were there. Nobody's there except Arnthung, and he's sitting at a table, and he looks up and sees you because he hears the noise.
What is the look on his face?
Like patient waiting, kind of like expecting you almost.
Huh. I don't like that. Okay. Syrin is going to stand up from her slouched, crouching position and push the door open all the way since she has been seen. And she'll kind of have her hand hovering over her crossbow on her thigh and take a step in the room while looking to the sides to make sure nobody's flanking the door.
Okay. Yeah, make a investigation check. We'll do that.
Jesus H. Christ. How's a 6?
Yeah. It's dark.
Yeah.
So you're not, yeah, I mean, you feel safe. So.
Cool. I probably don't feel safe, but I know I can't see anything. So, and Syrin will take that step in the door and, well, you've been busy.
Very. Are your associates with you?
It depends. What's happened here?
Or, I mean, it's quitting time. They're all gone.
And the door?
Well, the door was in the way. We need to have a talk. Come over and sit down. And he's got like a bottle of whiskey and a couple of glasses. And bring your friends.
I'd rather stand, thank you. She'll kind of look back and nod in.
I guess I'll go in.
Yeah, walk
Okay.
in.
Yeah, he kind of looks you over.
Behind us.
He looks you, goes to close the door and it just like falls off. You like prop it back up like awkwardly. Like, okay, it's all right. And he looks right at you, Shifter, and he says, you have the wand.
Shifter says, "Oh, I mean, I might have the wand, but I'm going to continue to be the one who has the wand."
Well, we should hand it over.
To whom?
To the Zentarum. They need it.
On whose orders?
And he kind of like, the head.
Which
have
one?
to feed the Zentarum.
Since when are you in the healing business?
Well, it's not necessarily what the rod does by itself, but when it is part of a whole.
Name one leader of the Zentarum.
And he rushes straight towards Shifter as fast as he can as he changes into a giant demon.
Yes, the head of the Zentarum. Which one? Oh.
Oh, that one. Yeah. And we'll roll some initiative. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, right. Initiative.
And this guy looks like a giant frog with spikes, and he's red. And he's got these like just spikes all over his back. And he is large, so he has taken up more space than normal. Yes. D&D Beyond. Okay.
It's D&D.
Syrin, what's your initiative?
6.
Great. Lagwin.
20.
20. Shifter.
18.
18. And Rakiri.
The bird got a 19.
19 for the bird. Lagwin, you're first. This guy is charging Shifter.
All right. Well, I guess as a bonus action, I will pull out my Sunblade and activate it. And then I will. Do I feel like I can get in between?
Yeah, he's running towards Shifter, but he's probably like, I don't know, 25, 30 feet away. So
Okay.
and he hasn't started moving yet because you have initiative before him. So
Okay. So
you can definitely get in front of him.
Yeah, I will interpose myself between him, and then I will cast as an action, Green Flame Blade, and attempt to attack him.
Okay.
With a number. Once that die roller flips over, that is a 23.
That will hit.
Oh, great! Now I have to figure out how to roll dice on this stupid thing.
Oh no.
Okay.
No dice. No dice.
All right. Yeah, that's the biggest problem here. So that's, and this is not an undead creature, right? Because that matters for me.
This is not an undead creature. It's
Okay.
clearly some kind of devil demon thing.
Okay. Well, that is going to be double. I will tell you 6 points of that is fire damage, if that matters.
Yes.
So
So he is resistant to that, so he
so-
takes 3.
And then he will take another 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Oh, they changed this. So I do.
Oh, your
3
combat
damage.
tracker?
Yeah, and then 14 damage. That's awesome. Okay. That is your turn. Rikiri, what do you want to do?
With a flick of her feather, she sends a bolt of radiant energy toward the demon, who's going to make a dex save.
All right. I get
13.
to roll. And that is a 14.
Ooh, okay. Well, you're gonna take.
Yeah.
I don't know. You succeed, so I don't think you do. I don't think you take anything. I think I just
Okay.
miss you.
All right. That was a Eldritch Blast.
That was a sacred flame.
Sacred Flame, yes. So, okay. And then do you want to move back? I assume you're kind of in the back already, but
Yeah, I'll say I'll get as far back as possible.
okay. And then Shifter, it's your lucky day because it's your turn next. What do you want to do?
Wow. I'm gonna ask you the same question I ask you at the start of every combat. How high is the ceiling?
So this is we're gonna say it's like 8 feet because he's like already up against the ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
Because it is like a shady bar that's kind of like underground is what I was thinking.
Fair
so.
enough. Well, I'm gonna back up. The first thing I'm gonna do. Wow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast a spell. I want to cast Major Image and make another me,
Ooh.
standing right next to me, and then I want to have us run off in opposite directions.
Okay, that sounds awesome. You do that. Because okay. So I'll basically roll high or low to see which one he attacks. So
Sounds great.
awesome. Now it is our good friend the demon's turn. He is upset that there's this guy in front of him, and so he's going to make some attacks. He gets 3 attacks.
Great.
So he's going to bite you.
Okay.
That is a 16.
That would hit, but I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay. And then he's going to claw you.
Okay.
For a 12.
That will miss.
And another 12. So 3 misses.
Great. More of that, please.
It's just not
Like
not
that.
doing it. Syrin, what would you like to do?
Oh boy, I'm gonna back up into I'm gonna back up to one of the side walls. I'm going to prop my sniper on the desk or on one of the tables, and I'm gonna take a shot at this bitch.
Okay.
Is he within 5 feet of one of my friends?
Yes, of Lagwin.
Cool. I had a bad feeling about that one. That sounds so much better. 12. Does a 12 hit?
12 misses.
What is going on with my dice? Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Lagwin, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, that's not what you want to hear.
You get a whiff of how smelly this creature is as you're standing right next to him.
Well, that is
And,
a dirty 20, which I hope is
all
enough.
right. It is. So on a successful saving throw, you are immune to the stench for 24 hours.
Oh,
so
good.
Remind me that you don't have to do that again.
For 24 hours. Is it just from
For
this
24
guy
hours.
or from all?
Just from this guy.
Okay, all right. Well,
All demons have their own unique stench.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a musk that, depends on what they eat and stuff. But it is your turn, Lagwin. What would you like to do?
all right. So as a bonus action, I shall flourish my blade for activating Blade Song as a bonus action, and then I shall strike out yet again with another green flame blade,
Huzzah.
which is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so here we go. 2d8. That is gonna be 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So I'll cut down, and then 11 points of radiant damage.
All right. Digging into him. It's awesome. He looks angry. Rikiri.
So I know that he is like within melee range of Lagwin. Is
Mhm.
there room behind him?
Yes. If you wanted to.
Okay. So could I cast Shatter in such a way that like he's kind of on the edge of the radius and the rest
Yes,
of it
you
would go
could.
behind him? Okay, great. Then I'm gonna do that. So he needs to make a con save, beat a 15.
All right. He's a big boy. That is a 22.
Ooh, yeah, beats it big time. So he's gonna take half of what I'm gonna send his way. Where are we? 16, 19. So he's gonna take half of 19 thunder damage.
So 10 or 9?
Up to you if you want to round up or round down.
9.
9.
Usually round down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous. You cast Shatter. Wood splinters flying everywhere as you shatter the area around behind him. And he looks to you, and then he looks back at Lagwin, and he's quite angry. Shifter, you ran in opposite directions. There's a shifter on either side of this area.
Both shifters fire magic missile, except only one of the magic missile firings is real.
Ooh.
Anyway, yeah, I cast magic missile.
All right. Any particular level?
Just first level.
Okay. Tell me my damage.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so that's almost max. Oh, I forgot how to do math all of a sudden. That's not good.
Some wizard.
Yeah. Ooh. So that's
Sorry.
14?
Thought my new router fixed that, and now I'm having issues again. But how much damage?
14.
14. Okay. Fantabulous. Anything else, Shifter?
Both me and other me are just gonna back up as far as we can, so we're
Okay.
against the walls of the room, so that
Yeah.
we're pretty far apart.
Okay. Awesome. So demon time. Demon is really angry, and he's going to bite Lagwin again.
Sure.
And he's not going to bite Lagwin for
Okay,
a
great.
11.
I love it. Keep
And
going.
now he's angry, and he's going to run after Shifter.
Okay.
And Shifter, he doesn't even remotely look at that mirror image, and he just runs straight towards you.
Would that provoke an attack of opportunity by chance?
Yes, it would.
All right, I'm going to give that a shot. Hey, that is a 24.
That will hit.
So I will just strike at him one time, which will deal 13 points of radiant damage.
Nice. And he's going to run straight to you, Shifter. He's going to attack twice and say, "Give me the rod." And boy, I'm rolling great. So that's a 10 and a 16.
A 16 will hit.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
For 11 damage.
All right.
Slashing as he slashes at you, trying to like pry the rod. He knows you have it, but he doesn't really know where it is, and he's kind of just like going crazy. Syrin, I'm sorry, I don't know why it looks like Syrin to me. Syrin.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot him again.
All right, shoot him up. He's technically in melee with Shifter.
So I don't get advantage, right? I just get not if
No.
he's in melee. No. Okay.
No, yeah, you just get sneak attack if you hit.
Syrin is going to kind of giggle to herself as the big demon says, "Give me the rod." And that's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay. That's a D10. 6 damage.
Plus sneak attack?
Plus sneak attack. Thank you. We just talked about this. Which is 3d6. Yes. Okay, good. Did it right. That is another 13 on top of that.
Look at that face. What a face he's making.
Because he's doing math.
No, because he's frozen. He's got a very
No.
a very Joker vibe going on right now.
Oh, wait, I have to
Please cap
clip
that.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
T-pose for dominance. Come on,
Yes.
Jordan.
I see.
And then
that
I
means
killed
we automatically win the encounter.
Yeah, I was gonna
Alright.
say, it looks like we killed him.
Yeah, is this like
My-
when your teacher doesn't show up? You're supposed to.
Yeah,
break
right?
for,
It's exactly
a
like
week?
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
and we
let's all
lost-
break and watch a movie.
All right, so what are we gonna do?
I will point out just because I forgot to do it when I was attacked. I had to roll concentration for my spell, and it fizzled because I failed the roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not that it matters because he knows which one the real me is, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, folks, this is a horrible overlay that you're looking at right now.
So it's kind of like a Picasso.
yeah,
style,
a
like, kind of
Picasso.
modern art.
Wait,
It's
I'm
interesting.
Jordan. Wait, if I go over here, I'm Jordan.
Hi,
Oh, he died.
Jordan.
What are you gonna do next?
I think we level up, right? Like that's the
Yes,
thing.
everyone take a level. Take
Oh.
2, why
Crazy.
not?
It's
Ugh.
crazy how we all got inspiration
I
during
know.
the
Right?
first
I
round of
mean,
combat.
wow, Jordan, you just,
I know. I know.
He
you're all
spoils
over.
us, really.
He really does.
What can I say?
I like this new DM.
Thanks.
Right?
I mean, oh no, 2 beholders.
Um,
Let's have like a beach episode like they do in animes.
Yeah.
so this is not what you guys want to see, but we have all of us. I could do this. So there we
Yeah.
go. There's all of
Uh,
us. While we wait for him to show up. So hi, internet. How you
Hi,
guys
Internet.
doing?
Let's tell one secret about our character.
Oh.
Oh, look at that handsome man.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Time to redo all of my overlays. Look, you really are
No.
Jordan if you look at the actual overlay.
Yeah, you did it. You became the DM.
Yay!
Shifter's pulling the ultimate illusion by
There you
looking
go.
like me.
There you go. And I get to still be me, which I guess is okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
Ooh, that's
I
not good.
connected via Wi-Fi because apparently, and now I feel bad for insulting your fancy Wi-Fi, Ted, because clearly your connection is better than mine.
That's we call that karma.
It's okay. I'm gonna DM now.
Yeah. And
Everyone
don't worry,
must
Jordan. We
roll
took
twice.
care of all the,
Yeah.
all the leveling, all the inspiration. work
Yeah,
we
no,
did.
the whole battle is all done.
Oh yeah.
We're way farther in the campaign now, so you don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
at
have like
least
5
6.
of the 7 parts
Yep.
now.
mhm.
Yeah.
That was the face. I just shared it.
Oh, nice. And he froze again. So
Oh no.
Oh. Jordan's having such a bad night.
That's okay.
and it's like I'm gonna regret this because I'm re-shifting all of the cameras.
And
T-pose.
yeah, it's bad. Would this be a good time to take a break and I can try and figure out
Oh,
my
yeah.
connection?
Sure,
Yeah, we probably
Okay.
should.
we could do that.
Okay, then I apologize and we'll just figure it out in a second. You did sneak attack damage, but I didn't hear it.
Oh shit. It was.
It was
2
like
4s
13 or
and
something.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13.
13? Okay. Awesome. He's got a bunch of bolts hanging out of him. He's very angry. Lagwin, it is your turn.
I shall move my way over there and attempt to once again green flame blade. D20. Oh, that is it a 6? Nope, that's a 14. That is a excuse me, another 24.
Yes.
So that will be another 4 points of that's already reduced, so 8 down to 4 points of fire
Okay.
damage and 11 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And I will try
Awesome.
to position myself as best I can in front of Shifter.
Yeah,
I know he's not really allowing
He's
it.
like on shifter kind of thing like that. So he doesn't have him grappled or anything, but yeah, he's right there. So, but I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Rikiri.
Yeah, Rakiri's gonna Eldritch Blast this dude. So both of her wings come forward into like points, and 1 bolt comes out of each of her wings. So spell attack. Oh no. It's a 1.
Oh.
Oh.
But you get another attack, right? You get 2 attacks.
I don't think I do. Does anything happen from the 1?
No. So the 1 goes astray and cup shatters and things like that. But I think Eldritch Blast at level 5, you get 2 attacks. They're each 1d10.
Yeah, sorry, it's the 2 beams, so 1 attack per each. Ugh, that's also bad. 12.
12 misses. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're just, it's not your day.
It's not.
Shifter, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as the stench is overpowering.
Ooh, the smelly boy.
His breath. Give me the ride. Don't laugh at that. There's nothing fun. That was scary.
That was terrifying.
I'm shaking in my
LB.
elven boots.
I got a 13. Is that enough?
That is not. You are poisoned until the start of your next turn.
I feel so queasy.
Oh.
But it is your turn, Shifter. What do you want to do?
Am I not poisoned anymore?
No, you are poisoned
Oh, okay. I'm going
until the start of your next turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shifter's just gonna be like, oh, this thing smells awful and it's too smart for its own good. And then they are going to move away from it.
Okay, it'll attack you.
Yeah, give me that hot attack of opportunity, baby.
That is a 16.
I cast shield on myself.
Okay.
I continue backing up. And then I oh, I can't cast another spell in my turn, can I? Or can I cast a cantrip?
You can do a cantrip, yep.
Okay, good. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. I never have to remember that rule for reaction spells, but I cast a reaction spell on my turn, so then it got confusing. Anyway, I got a 22 to hit with Ray of Frost. Oh, I have disadvantage, don't I? Because I'm poisoned.
Yes.
Let's roll that again. Oh, that's a 12.
12 will miss. So it looks like it's awesome, and then you're like, and it just, yeah.
Yeah. Ice hits the wall.
Okay.
Shifter mutters something about wishing that this room had higher ceilings and moves away.
You're gonna love the Underdark. It's gonna be great.
It'll be great.
Our demon Arnthang, something. He tries to bite Lagwin. Ooh, finally for a 22.
I'm gonna shield and that's gonna miss.
I love this game. And then he runs straight towards Shifter again. And he just keeps saying, like, if you give me the rod, this would all be over. I just need that wand. And he's gonna claw you twice, Shifter.
All right. My armor class is currently 20.
Okay, he got a 16 and a natural 20.
Oh, golly.
Feels bad.
So that is only 14 slashing damage.
Ooh, yeah, it feels real bad.
Yeah, Ooh.
Syrin, your friend's in trouble.
Good thing I have this wand.
Yeah, right.
I'm probably gonna use it on my next turn.
Do I know that Lagwin is pretty strong? You're not strong, right? Like strength strong?
I'm like a twig, so you can certainly assume that about me.
No, I'm good. I am going to take another shot. That's a 16. That's nice. Does a 21 hit?
Yes, a 21 hits.
No, 21. So I get sneak attack because he's still in melee. Sorry, I keep looking away from a microphone and speaking, which I know causes problems. And that's an 18 for damage.
Ooh, goodness.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to yell at Shifter and tell him that I was going to make a rod joke, but that might be inappropriate. I'm going to yell out a tactical move, as in when he does this, shift under his legs. And I'm going to use the help. I'm going to use the help action.
The help action on Shifter.
Yeah, I need to come up with actual helpful things to say in combat that aren't like, "You're doing great, buddy." That's usually what I come up with.
Do the thing. No, not that way. The other way.
Stop getting hit.
Your other left.
Mm.
Lagwin, what would you like to do?
Well, it's been working so far. I'm gonna move over, and then I'm gonna attempt it once again with the green flame blade on this guy in the back. Try to once again interpose myself between Shifter and it won't work, but I'll try. And that is gonna be a 28.
Yes.
So that'll be. I've rolled the same thing for damage the past 3 rolls, so that'll be 8 reduced to 4 fire damage and 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay. He looks real bad. Like he's not happy. Rikiri, you could end this if you want to. But do you
I
want
really,
do you want
I really do want to. Wing, actually, yeah, wings are gonna come out again. Pew pew, Eldritch
Pew, pew.
Blast. That's better. That's a 24 to hit on the first
24
beam,
hits?
and a nice 25 to hit on the second beam.
Both of those hit.
Yep. So he's gonna take. That's not very good damage. He's gonna take 5 force damage.
Amazing. He's dead. So what does it look like as you've missed every shot until right now?
Well, I'm gonna say that like these shots, they were on. So maybe like one beam goes into each eye.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. And so he's like and then it just hits and he falls back away from our poor Shifter friend. And oh
And
my
I
gosh, babies everywhere.
A kind viewer the last time gave me a trinket, the Ring of Illusion, that says when I hit with Eldritch Blast, I can also cast Prestidigitation. So as he falls, the warm scent of lilacs fills the room.
Awesome. Also, as he falls, he looks at you. Well, he doesn't have eyes, but his head turns towards you. And he says very directly, your kind will never win. And he's like speaking directly to you. And then
Me?
to Rikiri. And then he bubbles down into that sludgy stuff that kind of evaporates again.
We need to keep someone alive so we can question them.
Well, that was just the one, so.
Well,
I could
what
try
about
to,
the other ones?
I could try to spare the dying, the pool of goo on the floor.
I don't think it works that way. There's no
Speak, damn it! Tell us what you know.
Great. All right. Put away my crossbow, and I'm gonna start looking for bodies.
I use the wand on myself.
Okay.
Yay.
I rod myself. I play with my rod.
There you go.
There we go. I'm sorry. Is it just cure wounds?
Cure wounds. Yep. So it's actually plus your wisdom. So it's more effective with somebody that has higher wisdom. But
Fair
yeah.
enough. Okay. So 1d8.
I have high wisdom if you want me to do it.
Nah, it's okay.
By the way, Syrin, that's how you pronounce her name, which I clearly have never mispronounced, so it's fine. You got a trinket, by the way.
What'd you find on the floor?
Searching
for bodies.
A collapsible grappling hook.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sweet.
Sorry. I already have a grappling hook, but this one is collapsible. So yes, I find this on the floor.
Syrin, you also find a lot of blood on the floor, not from the current fight, and a lot of broken chairs and stuff. Like there was a fight here, and then somebody kind of went through and like, I think this table belongs here, right? To make it look like half okay. But there was clearly a fight. There's also behind the bar, there's a door that goes down because there's like a cellar underneath this place.
Oh boy.
Broken chairs, you say? Lagwin, is this your doing?
Not this time, I must say. While I do have a penchant for handing out seats, this is not me personally this time.
That was a good callback.
Yes, what a deep cut from last episode or 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago.
Way back in episode 1, which you can check out on youtube.com/nerdimmersionplays.
If you also want to get that reference.
Got it on shirts. It's gonna be awesome.
We're making a wiki, everyone. Don't worry.
I mean, maybe.
Syrin is gonna open the door to downstairs.
Okay.
Should we like check the door first?
She already opened it. It opens.
No idea.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
I mean like for traps or something, not like just checking it.
That's a door.
I've already opened it. I didn't decide.
Yeah, door's open. It's a dark stairwell going down to a cellar. No lights down there.
Ooh.
All right. Is there a candle on the bar? that
Sure.
can-
I have light.
Would you like to lead the way?
Would you light my candle?
Yeah, I have my own casting wand, so I'll just cast light on the tip of that to lead the way.
All right. Sounds good.
Ted, quit fighting with your son.
I know. This is why the mic is off. We're fighting.
He's adorable. I love it.
He keeps getting taken into the bedroom to get pajamas on, and then running away from my wife and running back out here to come say hi. So I'll point out. I have this, which also throws light, which throws sunlight. Actually,
Ooh.
if we want, I can lead the way.
Well, as long as I'm not leading the way.
Be my guest.
Well, so you know what I'll do, because it's a thing that the Sunblade can do. I'll take, as we're getting prepped to go downstairs, I will continue to intensify the brightness, so I can make it 30 feet of bright light and another 30 feet of dim light beyond that.
There's
That
a
counts as-
knob.
Yeah,
Just-
just a little little knob to increase the power. And then I'll use that to sort of lead the way down into the basement.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
it's dark down there.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, you go down to the basement. It's like a dirt root cellar. Very low ceiling. Sorry, Shifter.
Oh no.
And there, as you look around, it's like a dirt floor, and there's support beams for the ceiling or for the floor above. And then there is a literal pile of bodies. Human bodies, some halflings, and a dwarf, and it looks like Arnthung from above. And his body is there. They're all dead, and it's just like this pile of bodies.
Are they all dead?
As opposed to mostly dead.
Yes.
Because that means a little bit alive.
Rakiri, would you mind just double checking and making sure that none of these people are still alive?
Very well. Jordan, do you want me to investigate?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check
Okay.
if you're
Fear the
looking for
dying,
pulses.
everyone, just in case.
Yeah, medicine would be great. It'd be kind of great. 12.
12. Yeah, they're dead as far as you can tell, and they're not grabbing at you. They're not undead in any weird way. They're just
Dead.
like, yeah, they're dead.
They all appear to be gone. Did you know them?
Briefly.
Sorry.
Thanks. Well, shit. Could you guys go upstairs and just double check that there are no things that are hidden, secret documents, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we can check for that.
Lagwin or I should stay with you to light the way.
If you just leave a light, that would be best, I think.
Well, it's either my wand or Lagwin's blade. Which one do you want?
Oh, just leave the blade. It'll be fine. No,
See, yeah, not gonna happen.
no. If you can leave the wand, that would be very nice. Thank you.
Very well. Though I expect it to be in exactly the same condition as when I retrieve it.
Of course. I'm gonna wait for everyone to leave, and then I'm gonna start searching the bodies. And then I'm going to start removing any traces that these people worked for the Zents. That means removing the tattoos that they have.
Ugh.
Ooh, dark.
When we're upstairs, I'm gonna start looking for any traces of Zentarum paperwork so that I can have it.
Fair. I'll start ritual casting detect magic, just in case there's
Okay.
anything magic kicking around up here.
Okay, so we'll go in a circle. We'll start with Shifter. You wanted to look for Zentarum papers upstairs.
Yes,
Make
investigation.
an investigation check, yeah.
Okay. 20.
20, awesome. No, it's pretty clean. Like if they do their if they have business or things like that, either it was taken out of here or they don't do it here. And then we'll go to Syrin, and you also need to make an investigation check.
13.
13. You find Arnthung, the dwarf that was the demon upstairs, you find on his body downstairs a letter that says payment will be delivered when the rest of the materials arrive in Neverwinter. And it's dated for, like, we'll say 10 days from now.
All right.
And I should write that down so I remember it too.
Payment will be delivered when the rest of the items arrive
Mm-hmm.
in Neverwinter.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm just
And you find 11 gold between all the bodies and stuff.
sweet.
Uh,
It's company money anyway. So yes, then I'm going to start
and all of them are Zentarum. They've got
Okay.
all tattoos and stuff. So,
so I'm gonna start removing their tattoos.
okay.
And then I
Awesome.
will burn them.
That
I'm
sunblade would have come really useful.
physically
right now.
removing the tattoos and then burning the tattoos. I'll just put it like that. You guys smell something terrible coming up the stairs.
Oh, God. I'd really rather not know.
Lagwin, you cast Detect Magic as a ritual. Nothing magical in the bar that you can see, but definitely the stuff, like, you guys all have magical items that are
Right,
glowing
right.
and things like that. So
Okay. I just want to see if there's anything. And just remind me, was this one floor? This
yeah,
floor?
well, the floor and then the cellar.
The cellar, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then that's fine. I guess I'll just wait and, again, enjoy the awful smell coming from the basement.
Okay. Rakiri, do you want to do anything specific?
I mean, I kind of wanted to look around to see if any of the items that we saw in the shipping ledgers were here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't make you roll for it because the items in the shipping ledger were, some of them were like small jars of magical ingredients, but a lot of them were construction materials, like specifically, you remember there were like stone obelisks that were probably like 6 or 8 feet tall,
Wow.
and various like metal objects that were crafted for a specific purpose, kind of a thing, for like ritualistic things. So nothing like that would really fit in a room like this. So if
Yeah.
they this probably isn't their destination. So
Okay. All right. That's
all
it.
right. And with that, we'll say that, you know, Syrin cleans up, comes upstairs.
Well, did we find anything?
Unfortunately, not.
Afraid
No.
not.
Sorry, darling. We don't usually keep all of our important information where we keep our friend.
I was hoping for a small slip up. It would have been nice to have something on the Zentarum.
Well, the Zentarum tend not to slip up like that. Not
But
that
they do
easily.
like this.
I was going to say, yes, they do all
point
end up
towards
dead
the
in
basement.
the basement.
Yes, it is quite odd that this one demon was able to take out a whole. How many were there?
12.
A whole room full of Zens. I wonder if they had help.
What does this mean for your organization? How destabilizing is it?
Oh, not very.
This
is just
sort of thing happens.
Yes, well, from the inside and from the outside, it's fine. I think we should get out of here relatively quickly.
The bodies, yeah, the stench probably incriminates us a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. I would like to get a message out, though. Are there any couriers that anyone knows of? Anyone that I could use a sending spell through?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. I'm sure there's couriers in town, right?
Probably, yeah. You could find some kind of a wizardy mail post office or something.
Solid. I will, as we exit, I guess, check to make sure. I'll probably ask Shifter to help me keep an eye and make sure that there is nothing, or there's like no one keeping an eye on the place.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. But make perception checks, I guess, just to be sure.
17.
17? Yeah, people are not around. They maybe have learned to avoid this area for whatever specific reason. So you don't see just general public. And you also you know the areas to check because you're pretty set on things like that. So sorry, I'm gonna mute my phone because it was dinging. And you're clear. Yeah, as far as you know, there's nobody's casing the joint.
Cool. I will mark in Thieves' Cant on the door that this is no longer safe. Or like next to the door, maybe not on the door, but and then, well, where should we go now?
Shifter is just going to be like, wait, before that, why were the Zentarum trying to summon these demons or just supplying the demonic summoners?
I honestly don't know.
Insight check.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check. That's going to be an 18.
Oh, mine's a big 5. Nope, 2. I trust you.
I've never done this player versus player insights before.
I guess, Lagwin, you're not sure? Shifter, you're pretty sure that she's telling the truth.
Okay. So Shifter's gonna go like, well, I mean, if it wasn't them, they were obviously betrayed by whoever was summoning it.
Well, it's very possible that they were the ones supplying this things. It's common for my people to bring in and out goods for those who can't.
Is there anyone higher up in your organization that we could perhaps speak to about this?
Yes. You'd have to go to a caster of some sort to get a hold of them quickly.
Were you able to tell where the bodies, were they dead long, or were they down there for a while and this person had been impersonating them for an extended period of time?
They were pretty fresh. Like it looked like between the struggle in the bar that you guys witnessed, they had died within the last like 3 hours maybe.
Okay, so it was probably Arnthug who was actually signing the papers.
Correct.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried to know that the Zentarum are approving supplies for demon summoning. Apparently it works, because they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this gate that there's trying to be opened, let's get out of the streets before we go any further.
Should we go back to the safe house, or do we think it's too compromised? We still have the alarm set up. We could try and stay at the safe house, expecting someone to show up, and we can ambush them, try and question them. Or if it's just another demon, it'll kill us. That could happen too.
Opinions?
Perhaps we should try to find the courier for Syrin first.
I mean, if that's... Did we think there was any major wizards or something like that in this town? Or clerics or things of high ranking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I assume so.
There must be.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's Neverwinter. So there
okay,
has to
well,
be.
I mean, so that may be an avenue for getting your sending spell cast, but they may... I don't know if they're going to want to know who they're sending to.
They have to.
Well, I know, but my point being, if they get more information, they may not be willing unless you are able to craft it in such a way that they don't know that it's a Zentarum agent they're speaking to. But you're still going to be going through them regardless what's passed.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, that's an option. I guess the safe house is a secondary option. I don't know. They have this arm that's somewhere to the south, I believe, and the pull of the rod itself.
I do have a concern. The demon knew that Shifter had the rod. And the demon knew exactly which Shifter was the correct one. They can
Right.
sense it. Or at least he could.
Well,
Indeed.
I mean, I don't know what the next best move is. We find ourselves in this situation, having fought guards as well as 2 different types of demons in 2 days in
Perhaps
a
going
major
to-
city.
Should we go to a temple?
I mean, that may provide some sanctuary, but I'm not really... This is not something I thought I'd be finding on my way back to Neverwinter to fight weird magic and demons aplenty.
Certainly not what I anticipated.
I might have a spell specifically for this situation, but I'm going to need some time to prepare it.
How much time?
What is it?
When I was making my character, I took Nistral's Magic Aura, which is actually exactly would be perfect for masking the wand.
Cool.
But I don't have it prepared today, so it's going to take me, next day to memorize it.
All right. Well, I think that the safe house is probably not the best idea since they know that the Zens are working with us. We should go somewhere they don't expect.
And that would be... Is that a temple, you think? Or...
Sure.
The
anyone
guard station.
Yeah.
They wouldn't expect it.
Haha. Yeah. Well, does anyone have a preference of which god?
I always preferred Joaquin, but I'm flexible.
Do we know what kind of temples there are here in general?
That's a good question. I have a website that has that information.
I'm sure there's a video on it too.
There's always a video.
Some sort of explanation of the Forgotten Realms, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, geez, that'd be really useful.
Who would make such a thing? If only we knew someone.
Religions of large religions in Neverwinter: Asmodeus, Bahamut, Helm, Kelemvor, Ogma, Salune, Torm, and Tyr.
So there's a demon or a hell temple in the town where the demons are being... Oh, great.
Interesting.
Let's go there.
Well, they won't expect it.
It's
Syrin?
actually perhaps not a bad idea. We may be able to glean some more information.
Perhaps we should not take the rod there, though.
Hmm.
Shifter, as much as I
Yeah.
enjoy your rod, I think that it's probably not the best place to take it.
You think they would all just want my rod?
I'm
I
sure
would be
they
able to keep it
would.
away from them.
It seems very powerful.
Hmm.
It's hard to conceal, is the thing.
His pants are just so tight.
Their pants are just so
let
tight.
let the pleats out. I mean, just come on.
Yeah, no, I would.
As a giant, not a giant, but you hear caca, and a silver raven in the air
Hmm.
is flying directly towards you, Shifter.
Oh no.
Oh God!
Shifter braces himself.
All right, the raven flies right next to you and lands on your shoulder, and you and it has a message for you, and it's kind of looking at you like, do you want me to tell you the message, or like, are you ready to hear it?
Oh, Shifter looks at everyone else, looks back at the bird, and says to them, "I have a missive. I'm sorry, I have a phone call. I need to take this. Could you give me a minute?"
Sure.
Why not?
Turn
There's plenty
around.
of that going around.
And Shifter just goes off down like an alley.
Okay, and the bird's like, raven's like on your shoulder.
All right, speak.
And you hear in the voice of your, I guess I wouldn't say master, but like the people that you serve,
My boss.
your boss. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Good, man. You should be the DM. You're awesome at this. It says, Neverwinter might be compromised. We believe this magic wand also to be part of a powerful artifact, and we can't let it get into the hands of demons or the Zentarum. Find the other parts and report back to us.
Can I respond to the?
Yes. So this is a figure of wondrous power, the Silver Raven. So you can reply back to it, and it'll fly back to its master.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna poke my head out of the alley and say, Syrin, was there some sort of message you wanted to send out?
Yes. Can I send it to my to someone that I know?
Unfortunately not. But you could use my contacts
So
if you
it's
wanted.
useless then.
Well, it's going through your people.
Yes. Your people are dead, as you may recall.
Well, my
Have you
people
ever
here
stopped
are
to
dead.
consider that your people could be the same people?
Yes, actually, it has come up. No, I'll just whatever you think is, I trust you, Lagwin. Oh, I trust you, Shifter.
Well, that's
sorry.
nice to know.
It's just something about Lagwin that we
No.
want to trust.
I also trust Lagwin, says Shifter. And
One who
then just
becomes
whis-
so honest about the failed merchant
He's the one who's
business.
gonna like betray all of you in the end. You're like,
Um,
but he was so trustworthy.
From my point of view, you're all evil.
Does he have the actor feet? I don't know.
So yeah, no, Shifter's just gonna turn to the Raven and just be like, understood, awaiting further directions, and then send it off.
All right, and it goes, caca, flies away. Quoth, says the Raven.
So we're gonna go to what temple should we go to?
I mean, do we want to try an Asmodeus temple and see if it's... I mean, my gut tells me no in all
My-
aspects, but
My gut also tells me no.
Who is a neutral god? Is there such a thing?
Yeah. I'm looking
Yeah,
them up.
Salune is a
Salune is a
good-
good god.
yeah.
tears all about
uh,
justice, right?
Agma is the Lord of Knowledge, who is a neutral god.
Oh yeah, let's go for
Okay.
that then.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
god
Okay.
of knowledge.
God of Knowledge. That's a good
Well,
NPC
they're
voice.
definitely
We
not
should
going to
do
let
that.
our dumbasses in there.
Some of us are kind of smart.
none of you guys are from this area. You're not entirely sure where this temple is. Can we get some history checks from all of you to see who knows what?
Could I do a deception check and talk to somebody?
Yeah.
I got a nat 20 on my history check.
Oh, there you go.
I got a big 5.
Oh, yeah. Lagwin trustworthy, but not knowledgeable.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. So yeah, Shifter, you run over and find somebody that looks local and kind of did I say Shifter? I meant Syrin. Sorry, Syrin, you run over and do that. You find somebody who looks local and kind of start persuading them just as Rakiri runs up and she's like, Syrin, it's over here. Like, we have to go down this way, and that's where Ogma is. Things like that. So and you go,
We had a conversation about names, yes?
But I just remembered that I knew it.
Thank you so much, person. You're so nice. And then walks over. But Carrie, we don't use names, all right? We're just not going to do that. Okay?
I feel like that's
But
going to
then-
get complicated.
How are we to get your attention?
Hey, you.
Make up a name for me if you'd like.
Syrin.
But then they'll come to know you by that name, and then I won't be able to call you that name, and it will just keep going on like that.
It's fine. It'll be like a burner name, like a one-off. It's just for you.
Alright, I'm gonna use a random name generator for you every time I have to refer to you.
Oh, no. That won't get confusing. I do want to point out that I did get a trinket, which is fitting
Ooh.
given the world that we've been in here, which is a cockatrice feather quill.
Ooh,
The
yes.
ink written with it immediately hardens. So it's like you're writing and then like it I guess becomes stone. I don't really know how that works, but that's what the trinket says.
Like it won't smudge, I guess. or
I guess,
something?
yeah,
I
it
don't
says
know.
it immediately
You
hardens.
won't get that stuff on the side of your palm. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
it'll be really
Probably
good.
great for tattoos.
or lefties.
Yeah, left-handed people. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
That'd be big for them.
Left-handed quill. That's great. That's a good magic item.
There we go.
I'm
Pretty cool.
proud of you.
I'll put that in my inventory.
You guys, it's getting evening-ish. It's getting late. And you do go to this Temple of Agma. It's more like a library. And the symbol outside is a big metal disc that has a picture of an open scroll on it, which is the symbol of Agma. And the doors are closed because the sun is setting, and they're kind of, there are probably lights on the inside. You see candles and stuff, but you guys can knock on the door or find another way in or whatever you want to do.
I mean, knocking's probably just as good as. I feel like we shouldn't try to break into the temple.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That puts us on a certain wrong foot when we're like, well, we're here for knowledge, but also your door was locked, so.
I know we broke in, but can we stay here?
Yeah,
No.
let's knock.
We knock.
All right. Knock, knock, knock. You hear the shuffling of somebody coming through. The door slowly opens, and you see a very old man, bald with a nice long white beard in brown robes. And he's got spectacles on the end of his nose, and he kind of looks at you, and he's just like, yes, visiting hours are over.
How about someone or a group looking for safety or sanctuary?
Oh, in some trouble?
It seems to find us.
We don't have powerful protections here. I mean,
You have the greatest protection of all, kind sir, the gift of knowledge.
come in, and he like brings you all in.
Nice, nice.
And yeah, he just comes in, shuts the door. It is just, it's actually kind of bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and there's just rows of very tall ceiling, Shifter. There are rows of books all over. And he's like, will you be needing rooms for the night then?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that
I'm
would be
happy.
If you
fantastic.
can spare them, yes.
Well, yes, of course. I think we can. I mean, I won't ask for any money. It's impolite, but a donation to the church would be wonderful of a gold apiece, if you don't mind.
Of course. I'm going to
Yes.
put
Certainly.
in 5 gold.
Yeah, same here.
Big spenders.
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean,
I'm gonna put in 1.
I was paying for people, so.
Oh, I'm just.
Okay, Rikiri's got us. Or sorry, no.
Man, nobody can get
Not me.
anybody's name right.
Love it.
I, Jorphdan, put 5 gold in the collection plate.
Listen, the PH is silent. I don't know how many times I have to tell people that every video I say. Until it's Jorphdan this. He is very like, I mean, between Rikiri's comments and your generosity, he's kind of like putty in your hands. He's very excited, and he's like, "I'll stay as long as you wish, and if we can help you in any way, me and the other monks, we kind of tend to the library, keeping it safe and knowledge intact. But we can provide you simple meals. How long do you think you'll be staying?
Just for tonight, as far as we know.
And no trouble. We don't want anything to happen to the librry.
No, of course not.
No.
Actually,
Do you have any books on demon summoning?
Oh.
How about powerful magical artifacts?
Purely academic purposes.
Oh, yes, purely academic. And he goes to a large, like, oversized book that's kind of in the center. And he starts flipping through it. He's like, well, what purpose would you have for needing of demonology?
Oh, well, you see, I'm a tiefling. So my history, my great-great-grandfather he's a devil, but...
No need
yeah,
to
they're very
brag,
different.
Syrin.
I know, but I know that there are some of my kind, the bad apples, that like to speak with their elders, and I like to discourage it. So I would like to, I always get confused when it's a summoning circle or just a transportation circle, and I just want to make sure that I can know the difference.
That's a great deception check.
How is a 27?
Oh yeah, and he's just like, well, I mean, if you took your left hand, and he kind of goes into like drawing the circle, I could see, yes, all right, and he goes back and flips through his book, and he walks over, or he runs his fingers down the book, the page of the book, and he gets to the one he wants, and he's like, this should help you, and he hits it, and the words glow, and as they glow, a book flies off of one of the shelves and comes right down into his hand, and he grabs it and he hands it over to you. And I don't have a clever name, but it's a book on like various like summoning demons and circles and things like that.
Summoning circles and you?
Yeah.
Let's summon a demon together.
Demon summoning for dummies.
Yes, that's the joke. I couldn't get it. I'm sorry.
No worries.
So slow.
That one's free.
I will take it and start taking notes on what is required and how big of a space, and basically gather as much knowledge about it as I can.
I want to ask I don't know if he's like a priest, but not quite in the same vein, but can you direct me to the section if you have books on angels?
Oh yes, the celestial planes. And goes through and he again hits a button. Angel comes down.
An angel comes down.
Oh, sorry, thank you. A book comes down, and Angel's just like, I was reading that, as the book is flown down, and they're attached to the other end. No, and it's called Feathers and You, and it's a nice book on angels. But yeah, he brings that over to you, and he's like, this is much better to look into than all of that evil demonology stuff.
Agreed. Some nice light reading.
And you two, you seem like you're well-educated men. Would you like a book on anything particular?
If you could point us towards the section magical artifacts or legends, specifically concerning a Queen of Chaos or a Mishka the Wolf Spider.
Yes.
Oh,
any of
yes.
those.
Oh,
We would be
well,
happy to browse on our
all
own. You don't
academic.
need to borrow you don't need to burden yourself with bringing us the books.
Yes. Feel free to look around. Just the books don't leave the library. Make sure they stay here. And your room's over there. And he points off to the other side and to an area that like up the stairs to a little room that you guys can go there whenever you wish. He says there's a bell on the inside of the room. You can ring that, and somebody will come with some wine and bread and cheese for you guys for dinner for the night.
Fantastic.
But make yourselves at home. Thank you again for your generosity. Blah, 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 blah. He scuttles away. But it's like really slow. So he says like goodbye. And then he's just awkwardly in the room for, an uncomfortable amount of time as you're all like, well, he needs to leave. But he eventually goes away and you guys have access to the library. Before he leaves, he does turn back and he says, that Queen of Chaos, you might look under children's tales. And he walks away.
Do you want to divide and conquer then on this?
Oh, I was going to put my feet up, but I shouldn't do that. But Syrin puts her feet up on the desk and begins to flip through the book while taking it.
Yeah, seems like a good idea. Ooh, I cast levitate on myself so I can go up to the highest shelves of the bookcase.
Awesome. Syrin, specifically, you find that there are various levels of demon summoning, and that when you summon, you can imprison a demon within a magical circle, and then if you know the demon's name, like their true name, which is difficult to usually get from, or there's not any listed in the book, but if you know their true name, you have more power over them, over control and what have you. But because they are so chaotic, it is very difficult to control a demon. Now, within these pages are some spells that are a little too advanced for Shifter and Lagwin, but you do notice that there is the spell Summon Lesser Demons. And if you wanted to, you could inform Lagwin and or Shifter that they could learn that spell.
Can they learn that spell?
It's 3rd level, so I think they
Okay.
can.
They're both wizards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I
I'll,
can't. I actually only have 2nd level spells currently, so.
So Shifter would be the one that could do it.
Yeah, I'll pass it off to him or to them when I am done reading.
Rikiri, what specifically are you interested in?
I would love to learn.
Because you have this angel book, so.
Yeah, I have the angel book. I would love to see if there's a section on fallen angels.
Yes. And so as you're flipping through this book, you do read that not necessarily every fallen angel is evil. For the most part, there is a lawful hierarchy of angels in Mount Celestia, in one of the planes of existence. And if an angel does not follow the rules, they get excommunicated and fallen. Famously, Asmodeus was an angel, and he wanted to solve the fight between the devils and the demons, and he thought he could best do that through siphoning soul magic from mortals. And he never technically broke a rule, and that's why he was allowed to stay in heaven, even though he was doing these horrific things. And later on, they were able to get him out of heaven by offering him the 9 hells to live in, to do his dirty work, kind of a thing, and to keep that fight at bay out of heaven. And he's probably one of the most famous fallen angels, but it does list some others. And it always comes down to, not always, but for the most part, the angel is trying to do the right thing, but the council won't listen. And when they do the right thing anyway, they break the rules and become fallen angels.
Is there anything about like if a fallen angel has ever been restored, or like if there's any path to do that?
There's not like a set way of X, Y, and Z, but there is redemption. Yeah, there always is redemption. And it's all, is the good you're doing, does it basically outweigh the not listening part, I guess, the unlawfulness of it.
Okay. Cool. That's all good
Yeah.
info.
Shifter. Lagwin.
Hey, all right. So yeah, I guess I'll look for kind of ancient magical artifacts. See if I can find
Ancient
any.
magical artifacts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do find some books on Mythalar, which are really old magical artifacts that usually protect certain areas.
Okay.
There are still active Mythalar in the Forgotten Realms right now, and I want to look up a city that might have one of them. Like Neverwinter might have one. I don't know.
Would Elturel be one? Does that have one? I forget.
I did a whole video on this, but it was a long time ago. The most famous but gone Mythalar are of the Netherese Empire, and they were like magical batteries that the wizards who created them could siphon magic from these magical batteries to make whole mountaintops fly. And that's how they had floating cities, was because of these Mythalar. A few elvish kingdoms in the area still have their Mythalar, which protects from certain monsters getting in and demons and things like that. So they're still around. They're very rare and not. I mean, you won't probably find any information, at least in this library, on how to build one. And if you do build one, it's going to cost lives. Like people, especially elves who did these protections, they would often sacrifice themselves, so their life energy goes into the spell to help create this permanent magical effect that would last eons. So
Gotcha.
that's what you find.
Okay.
Mr. Shifter, are you there?
Okay, yeah. So what I think I'm looking for is, you know, how the Grimm fairy tales, like there's the modern version, and then the farther back you go, you get to like the real hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I guess there are also books of like analysis of like how they were written and like why they were written and stuff like that. And that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So I'm like, okay, this is the children's story that I know. What are the origins of it?
Yeah, that's great. So you find, well, I'm gonna make you do an investigation check,
Sure.
because you're kind of looking for multiple things. So
That's gonna be 17.
17, pretty good. So you easily find the story of the Queen of Chaos and her lover, Miska the Wolf Spider, and it's very similar to the story that bard was telling to those group of kids on our last adventure. It's a little more dark than for the kids, the version that you found, but it is the Queen of Chaos and a bunch of demons were fighting against a race called the Vadi, and they had a great battle called the Battle of Pesh, and basically through crafting this magical rod was able to destroy their lieutenant, Miska the Wolf Spider. But Miska didn't die. He was rather imprisoned. And the weapon they used to attack him shattered. So with your 17, you dig back even further. Like, is this just a fairy tale? Who wrote this originally, kind of a thing? And you find a book that there are a book of oral traditions. And so this was a story that was told around campfires a long time ago when the world was very new, as kind of like a danger to the other realms and a danger to just chaos in general, and that the rule of law is what protects mankind and we should abide by it. Specifically, the Vadi are a lawful race and the demons are a very chaotic type of creature. The two fought in a great battle. Miska, the wolf spider, was never killed, but imprisoned in, and you're not sure this is translated correctly, but it says a cocoon of law. And the scary thing at the end is that if the Queen of Chaos ever gets this rod put back together that has shattered into 7 parts, using that, she could free Miska. But if the Vadi would step up, they could rebuild the rod and destroy Miska forever, ending the war. And it's kind of at this weird stalemate that you're finding out. But again, it's usually like, don't go play with magic, kids, because this is what happens, and stay on the lawful path and obey our rules, and etc. like that. So that is what you find.
Okay.
You're at a temple of Agma. You can type, and then I can just say, it's fine. I don't have a specific name for it.
All right. Well, any find anything interesting?
Just some educational light reading.
I can, well, Shifter can summon a demon now.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm going to keep that in my back pocket.
I absolutely would not do that, but it's a thing.
So yeah, I found out some more about that story, the more intense adult version. and then Shifter takes out the rod and chuckles and puts it away. No, but seriously, the Queen of Chaos commanded a legion of demons, so I'm assuming the things we've been fighting are her minions. She's still around somewhere, and Mishka is imprisoned by the minions of law.
The Vadi, yeah.
Vadi.
And I will say that you also know that the Vadi are called the Wind Dukes of Akka. That's another word for them.
Oh. Shifter's like, the Wind Dukes of Akka, and then just points at Rakiri.
Wind Dukes of Kaka!
And coincidentally enough, Rakiri, that does ring a bell. There are ancient Aarakocra places in the world, and you were not necessarily raised with other Aarakocra, but the person who did raise you kind of informed you, like and Akka is one of those like ancient sanctuaries for Aarakocra.
Cool. So it's like an Aarakocra army? The Wind Dukes?
Interesting.
You're not, well, I'll say this.
Well, it's a
you know that
question.
Akka is a sanctuary for the Aarakocra. You don't know if the Wind Dukes or the Vadi or whatever they call themselves are necessarily that. So.
Okay, I see.
Well, I looked up magical artifacts, and all I found were Mythalar, which are nothing. I don't believe what we are looking for, what this rod is a part of. But they're really powerful and they're really ancient, and some of them do still exist.
Fascinating. Well, if she was able to summon, if she worked with demons, then us working with devils would not be the worst thing in terms of places we can go. Because if she becomes more powerful, then the war against the demons and the devils would be tipped in one way or another. Yes. Sorry, I haven't been to Hell Scouts camp in a long time.
They'd be persuaded to fight against each other.
Oh, they're already fighting against each other.
Are they?
Yes, very much so.
Dreadful down there.
I feel like I'd really not like to get myself embroiled in some sort of blood war, as it were.
I'm not saying
Quite right.
Well, I'm not saying we get involved. I'm saying it'd be easier to manipulate a demon into helping us using that if it's needed. I'm not saying that's what we need to do. This is my thought process.
Did any of us, I mean, we killed it and we beat it, but did any of us have an idea what that frog thing was?
Yeah, you can make Arcana checks.
Because I know it was a Yugoloth was the other thing we fought.
So 14 for Kiri.
Arcana, I got a 9.
16.
Sorry. So, Syrin, somehow you've heard of this thing. It is actually, I should listen to it. That's always fun.
Yep.
Hezro. Thank you, Matt Mercer. It is a Hezro demon, and I will put a link into our chat to it.
Okay. And this, okay, so.
Cool. How much do I know about it?
You know that pretty much what it says in the thing, that they serve as soldiers to the demonic hordes of the abyss. They're kind of weak-minded. They don't have the ability to polymorph, but this one clearly had a way to disguise itself as, and it, I don't know, was a little smarter than your average bear, but when you started cutting or calling him out, he just attacked because that's his nature. So,
well, they're obviously being used in a way, and I'm wondering if it's by other demons or by a cult that wants this person back.
A lot of the texts I read implied that the war between law and chaos is at a standstill right now. And this item could tip the balance one way or the other. I feel like we should keep all options on the table. Would it make more sense to destroy this, to try and find a way to destroy it?
I have a question. Whoever identified this item, did you find out if it was good or bad?
I don't believe when I identified it that I found out whether it was, quote, good or bad. But, and Jordan, you correct me if I'm wrong here. I just knew
You're
that.
wrong.
Thank you.
No.
I knew that it felt weird to me, but it didn't feel weird to other people. But it didn't like, it wasn't labeled like this is this part of a rod. It is evil.
Right.
Right. That was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. It felt weird to you because you are like chaotic good or something, I think.
Yep.
Rakiri, it felt very natural, really awesome. Like she liked it a lot. So.
Okay. Well, no, it didn't. Nothing self-identified as good or evil. I know it felt strange in my hands, but that doesn't necessarily. I don't know what that means per se. But I mean, maybe destroying it is the best option if this is a key to summoning this, freeing Mr. the Wolf Spider. Maybe that's the best option. Is if all 7 parts need to be assembled, then if we destroy one, I guess that's impossible at that point.
Well, we might not be able to destroy it. Did we find out what the war was called?
We knew what the battle was called, which was the Battle of Pesh, but I don't think that we got info on the name of the war itself.
Yeah, and I'll have to correct you later if I reread that or something, but I think that there wasn't really a name for it because it was so far back in history that it was like the war kind of a thing. Like, so it is just like,
right.
Yeah, the battle between law and chaos kind of a thing.
My question in general to no one, because no one has the answer at this point. The war between law and chaos might not necessarily be the war between good and evil.
That stands to reason, but and again, you got to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but we knew that it was a Yugoloth that we fought originally. And did we know, like, their standing in the demon devil scenario? Did we figure that out?
They're demons, right?
No, I think
Yugoloths are demons, yes.
Okay.
So Yugoloths, are more of a neutral demon. So yeah, their alignment is neutral evil. So on the like fiendish planes, you have the nine hells and you have the abyss, and they're in the plane in the middle. And they kind of get recruited by both sides. So the devils will try to hire them, and the demons will try to be like, come kill us or kill for us. And so they're just like in the middle, also fighting in the blood war.
Okay.
Just a thought, putting it out there.
I think that destruction of the rod must be kept on the table.
Agreed.
Does anyone know how to do such a thing?
I don't imagine it would be easy. Otherwise, someone probably would have done it already.
Well,
I don't suppose we've tried snapping it.
No, I don't suppose we have.
Shifter?
Yeah, Shifter takes it out and just tries to break it over their knee.
He whips out the rod.
Whips out. It's like, I'm gonna break. Listen, you want me to break my rod? It's gonna be real painful.
Make a strength check.
Oh, good.
You brought us into this, Jordan. You knew what was gonna happen.
That's like 10.
Yeah, it's pretty rock hard.
Yes. So yeah, so Shifter tries to break it, and they're like, "It's just too sturdy, too much girth. I'm sorry, can't do it."
Well, then apparently we'll need to find some other means of destruction, or we'll just, I don't know, I don't know. I just don't know what the next step is at this point. We have rooms here, which is good. There are more books if we think there's more things to study, but...
And Shifter, you do feel the tug, like it wants you to go east. Like the rod would like that. So
the Shifter just looks at the rod and goes, shush, and then puts it away.
Well, I think destroying it is a great idea. However, I think there will be other people looking for the other parts. And I think we should continue to look for those.
All right. Do we have any
Definitely.
idea of where to start? Does anyone ever heard of strange rod pieces? Magical
I assume
wands?
that it's trying to lead us to its other components. I would assume.
I mean, I guess do you think it would want to be whole again? Is that I mean, I don't know how items want, but...
Don't rods always want holes?
There we go.
That was a stretch. Sorry. I would assume that. I mean, what else would it be pulling to?
I mean,
Can I
It's
Jordan,
original
do, like-
master, maybe, but
can I do an Arcana check to see if that's something that like magical weapons have been known to do?
yeah, you can do that.
17.
17. Matt, like usually I'll say this, you know that when most magical items are broken, like take a dagger and the blade is broken, the magic is gone because part of the magic is that it is whole. So I'm going to give you this. You can safely assume that if this thing has broken into 7 parts and still has magical power, i.e. you can still cast Cure Wounds with this, that it must have been immensely powerful. And putting it back together would increase that power. So yeah. And also if they're, short answer, yes. Like a magical dagger, you break that, it's going to lose its magic, lose its connection. But if something was so powerful that the magic would linger in a fragment of the object, it's going to have that string attached through the weave to itself. So it
Okay.
would want to like find other pieces of it. So yeah.
Okay. It's difficult to comprehend the immense power that this weapon could have once fully assembled. The things one could do with it, what could be restored. It defies thinking. Perhaps we should not be so quick to destroy it.
Unlimited power.
Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Do
Have
not
you-
be seduced by the rod.
Have you ever heard a tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No, I'd actually love to hear it in a canonical form. That would be fantastic. But no.
Yeah,
Saved
I mean,
everybody but himself.
could even bring back the people that he loved. Let's yeah, so we should, if we want to try and follow the pull of this thing to find more components of it. Like I said, I can mask its presence, so it should be a little easier for us to make the trip.
That's, I mean, if it does seem to be a beacon for at least one Yugoloth and one demon. So if you're able to mask it, that may provide things a little bit better for us. Or if we had some other means of concealing it.
Yes, I think we must be careful. It seemed like they were holding off on showing themselves before, but now that they know that we know that they need it.
So
You hear a tray fall, and this lizard-looking creature comes out, and he's very like stumbling, and he's like, "Oh, Misa, Barbar Hinks! Sorry,
No!
drop my
No!
tea."
No.
Oh. He gets back
No.
up and he walks away. Cannon.
Bad choice.
No,
Cannon.
no, not canon.
son of a bitch.
LB just left in protest.
Yep, she couldn't handle the joke. It was too much.
I hate it.
Did you heard it at least?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Well,
I can't believe the worst joke wasn't any of our rod innuendos.
Yeah.
no.
Like-
Those are the best ones.
Well, it seems we have someone to kill here in the Augmentum. I mean,
Sorry?
You
And-
just turn on your lightsaber, like, hold me back, Shifter. Hold me back.
So I guess the plan is rest for the evening, and then tomorrow we'll set out to try and see if this takes us to another piece of this
Well,
rod.
first we have to send a message and then.
Well, right, you need to.
Yes. I think so.
Which you could probably ask some of the priests here if you
Ooh.
wanted to.
Hmm.
Sweet.
They're very, I mean, they like you guys a lot, so.
I will do that before we go to bed then.
Okay.
Great.
Right. How is that going to work? Do I just have to give them a name?
Well, so do you want to send a paper letter, or you want to actually like message with magic?
Well, I was hoping to message with magic
Let's look up message.
because I think you have to know the person.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want sending because message is only 120 feet.
You send a short word, 25 or less, to a creature you are familiar with.
Okay.
So yeah, if they don't know, and I don't know.
It's really big. Wow, I mean, she told me what his name was and his description. I'm familiar now. Draw a picture of him.
I guess. I mean, the person I'm trying to send it to is a prominent figure in society.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't know. So I want this to succeed. I'm just looking at the spell, and it's like it is worded kind of like the range is unlimited, and I'm like, does that mean that I can touch your head and have you send it? Like, can I cast it on you and then you send the thing? So
That would
I was
be
kind of like,
amazing.
That's your call, Mr. DM. I don't know what this guy. I don't have this guy's self prepped because it's gonna be like, I'll just this is the guy. Blah. Like,
No, we'll say that you can. I think they have to send it
Okay.
because it's their spell. They're mentally sending it. So but yes, this person you could definitely relay the information, and you're pretty confident that they would be able to get it to where it needs to go. So.
Okay.
And you'll know if the spell fails, the spell fails. Like he'll tell
Yeah.
you. He's not being like, oh, I think it went.
Yeah, I will give them the name the Lady Flame.
Okay.
Because she is an orphanage owner, a valued member of society. And
What city?
in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
I'm sending this to Ghost.
Okay.
But that is her like formal, the people know me as this name.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have it say
25 words or less.
yeah. Made it safe.
Take your time.
Syrin made it safe. Shit, how am I gonna say this without saying anything? That's not part of it. Made it safe.
said made it safe like 4 times.
Sorry. Bat's gone cold, though. Not many friends left in town. Let me know how to proceed. Love you.
Let me unmute myself.
That helps.
Is the Lady Flame on this plane of existence?
Yes.
Okay. And once they get it, they get the response, right?
Yeah.
Or you get a response.
They can respond. Yep.
But she hears this in the guy's voice that you're sending this through, the priest.
Yes. That's why
Okay.
she started with it's Syrin.
Yeah. Syrin made it safe. I would say you get back, love you too, find new friends, proceed how you wish. Bye.
Good. All right. Well, at least she knows. Thank you, sir. That was very kind.
Oh, yes. I'm a very kind guy. Goodbye.
Goodbye, NPC. I didn't learn your name.
Yeah,
I miss you
it's
most
Henry.
of all.
You won't remember next episode.
Yeah. I'll then I'll,
Henry's not making it into the wiki.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think then I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right.
Are
Sounds
we
like
gonna wait? We should set watch.
Ooh, want to watch?
I can.
want
I
alarm?
can. Yeah, I can ritual alarm again if you want.
Okay.
But I'm gonna talk to Syrin alone really briefly before she goes to sleep.
More secrets.
Do you have any secrets you want to talk about, Brenna? We'll just come up with some secrets.
Yeah, you guys have your own secret meeting.
We do actually have our own.
Yeah, we do actually.
And you guys don't get to know anything about it. No, but Shifter's gonna go into Syrin's room after the other two have gone off. And
You never come. I'm kidding.
I thought you said you had a boyfriend.
I do. I was joking. Let's go.
Oh. Listen, this is a professional courtesy. You know who I work for, and I'm sure you figured out that it might come down to them wanting this thing.
Yes.
I don't know if exactly they're going to want it yet or not, but if they do, I am the job. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I understand, and you know where my loyalties lie. So, if it comes down to it, I have no instructions to gather this item. But I will also I am concerned that this item has to do with the war between the demons and the devils, and not between good and evil.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that myself. That was why I suggested maybe we destroy it. If I have orders to do the contrary, then I probably shouldn't, but
Well, if we can figure out how to destroy it before you get those orders.
then I certainly wouldn't be going against my bosses now, would I?
It's very smart. Perhaps tomorrow we should look into that.
And then as they're leaving, they're like, "Oh, and you'd be lucky to have me." And then they shut the door.
Well, you could change into whatever I wanted, so.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
All right, Lagwin and Rakiri, special secret meeting.
Oh, yeah. So I think we should just throw it into a volcano. That's my thought. I feel like even if it doesn't get destroyed, someone still has to sift through to get it, and I feel like that's a good starting point.
But what if we get to the heart of the volcano and I'm not able to do it?
But don't worry, I'll be there to make sure you do it.
Inspiration to Brenna. Because that is amazing. I'll carry you.
Oh, yes, I'll carry you if I have to.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show.
Oh, we didn't actually get to talk, though.
Oh, do you want to talk? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Talk away.
Okay. Now I'm off. It's important that we don't lose sight of what we're really looking for. You understand?
I do. I mean, I'm following your lead on that. It just seems that the mission that they are on, or we seem to have found ourselves in the midst of, has been something that's happening on the forefront, as it's literally led to demons attacking us.
It is possible that this weapon, if assembled, could fulfill my quarry. But my patron, you see, has some personal attachment to this item that we seek. So, rod or not, I'm certain that they do want it back.
Well, at least as it stands right now, do you have any additional leads or information over where to go or where we can look for things?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I mean, we can continue.
That is why I hired you.
Yes, I'm aware. Well, I'll see what more information we can find. There's a lot of secrets going around, so I'll see if I can reach out to someone or talk to someone about this. And I doubt if the Underdark is what everyone's been discussing is where this would be found, but that's if I was going to hide what you're looking for, that would be a place I would never think to look for it.
Angels can be a crafty sort. I wouldn't count it out.
Well, perhaps before we leave in the morning, I'll see what information I'm able to turn up.
Very well. Sleep well, Lagwin.
I will go to sleep. Now we can end the show.
Awesome. That was great. I'm glad we waited. That is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out and watching us live Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern till whenever we finish. It's lots of fun. We'll start with Lex. Who are you? Where can people find you? It's awesome.
Oh, I'm Lex.
Are you a werewolf?
I can't say. I can't reveal it. But I'm Lex. You can find me on Twitter at Dank Dungeons. I do all sorts of things, such as 3 seasons of a fantasy comedy actual play show, which is on YouTube. I write stuff for the DMs Guild occasionally, such as a monster cookbook that you can find on there. And I'm on various other streams, or I have been in the past. You can find links to all of these cool things that I have done in my pinned tweet on my Twitter. So check me out on there. Follow me.
That's awesome. Brenna! Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, it's Brenna. You can find me on Twitter at Brenna Noonan. I'm doing a bunch of different things. I'm doing Kickstarters. I'm making minis with Eldritch Foundry. I can announce this now. I'm working for a very cool startup called Role, ROLE, who are developing like a new actual play live streaming platform. So check them out at Playrole, ROLE.
That's awesome. Wow, cool. And LB, who are you? What do you do? What's going on?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Twitter. I'm posting pictures of the kittens that I've had throughout my fostering career every day this month. So yeah, go check that out. This is actually a light week for me. I'm only playing 4 games, and only 2 of them are streamed. So you can catch me on G Game. Wait, am I playing on Friday? You can catch me at least on Sunday at G Game Nights doing Monster of the Week game, where I play a scientist. Yeah, we're all college kids trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
Isn't that every college kid?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well,
Not every
yeah.
college
But with
kid.
monsters.
With monsters, so it's better.
Sounds
And I am Jordan with the silent PH in the middle. I run a YouTube channel called Jordan. I changed it. It's
Yep,
not
it's-
Forgotten Realms
it's
Explained
Jordan
anymore. But there I make lore videos about all things D&D. So if you are interested in the lore of like this game, you can go watch things about Aarakocra or Blade Singers or other things like that. And as our, I'm going to let you do your thing, Ted.
Sure.
But I had this inspiration. As you guys all go to sleep, the camera pans out and there's a small elven boy, blade singer trainer, and he walks over to grab the broom, and the broom just magically like goes right to his hand, and then he starts sweeping away. And we zoom out, and Neverwinter is peaceful except for this weird miasma. And go ahead, Ted.
Don't worry, we'll retcon that in the next episode. Pretend that that's not part of it.
What he didn't tell you is that he's a clone of another broom boy.
That's true. That's true. Exactly. And I just throw my sunblade over my shoulder and walk away. Anyway, I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. So welcome, all of you. There's been a large uptick of you coming out here on the Twitch, so we do appreciate that. But I do mostly run a YouTube channel where I do all sorts of different videos, from top 10s and reviews and unboxings and advice and whatever other kind of nonsense that pops into my head in a given week. Hopefully I don't get coronavirus down here in Florida. I guess we'll see what happens. That's a good way to end it. Yeah.
Well, if you're interested in this podcast, you can check it out, or this show. It's on your other channel, Nerd Immersion Plays.
Correct.
So you should check it out there. And then if you guys want this in audio format, I put it up on my Patreon, and you can become a patron for literally $1 a month. And I have other podcasts as well as this one and various other things. It's not fancy, but it does support me and the channels and shows like this. So if you're enjoying this content, consider doing that, and you can get this in podcast format. It's really awesome.
Yeah,
That's it.
And we'll see you guys, as far as we know, next week.
Yeah, we'll be here next week.
So
Take care.
Have a great night,
Bye.
everyone.